Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be feeling emotions versus thinking them. So I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to take a nice couple of breaths. Breathe in the peace. Exhale the noise. Breathe in the clarity. Exhale the uncertainty. Breathe in the bravery and exhale the fear. So, feeling emotions versus thinking them. You ever notice the body language of somebody who's thinking? What do? Right? And there's even, it's just a common thing. Hey, what's the answer to that question? Let me think about this. Right? So, if you are doing any of this emotional work, whether it be journaling or just checking in and saying, what am I feeling right now? If you do this, you're thinking, what emotion should I be feeling based on what I'm remembering is going on in my life right now? And then if you get into the storytelling, in some cases journaling can be storytelling. Well, I'm really pissed off at my mother or my sister or my brother or my kids or my boss or, right, I'm really sad about blah, 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 whatever happened. Story. Let me think what else is going on. And in many cases, sometimes that can be storytelling and thinking about what we believe we should be upset about. But are you truly experiencing that emotion? Or sometimes are you kind of going through the motions and thinking about the emotions instead of feeling them? So what's the difference? Feeling emotions. When you're sad, you feel it. You get choked up, right? You get that look on your face. Face gets a little red. Right? Can actually shoot liquid out of your eyes. Now, I'm not saying all sadness has to be experienced with tears, but boy, if you're getting the tears, you know that you're actually feeling the emotions, right? That's why they're called feelings, not thinkings. So feelings are felt in the body. We always feel our emotions in the body. Sadness, we're all choked up. Grief, got a heavy heart. Somebody hurts our feelings, it's like a kick in the gut, right? It's just the way it works. Fear, a lot of times we get shaky or sweaty hands. We're feeling it in the body. So when it comes to any of this emotional discovery, doing this emotional, I don't even like calling it work, emotional discovery or allowing yourself to experience these emotions, sometimes it's useful to check in between your chin and your belt. Just go, what am I feeling? Don't do this. Let me think about work today. Is there anything that pissed me off at work today? That's thinking about your emotional experiences and somehow trying to find them so that you can kind of conjure up some emotions that may not have been really bothering you. Now, we can all dig back into our past and find emotional experiences that if we really replay the movie in our head, we can kind of conjure up that emotional energy again. But I like to view it as this. We're better off feeling our right now emotions, which basically means the stuff that is present, that's here right now. Because if you have to dig it up, then the emotion probably wasn't really bothering you. But if you allow yourself to experience what's happening now in the present, that's what you want to do, right? We want to feel the stuff that's present now. We don't want to go looking for it and conjuring up and creating emotions from past memories. I'm not sure how that helps us. So why do we feel emotions in the first place? Well, Sarno's theory, repressed negative emotions, primarily anger, but other things too, can be perceived by the brain as dangerous, aka they fit into my perceived danger pain explanation. And so if the brain is perceiving these emotions as dangerous and is turning on pain to distract, as Sarno said, or protect us from these emotions, what's the best way to teach the brain that emotions are not warranting protection from? Feeling them. Because if we can feel them and nothing bad happens, then the brain's eventually going to go, those emotions are not dangerous after all. I thought they were, but they're really not. Look, he or she felt all this really intense stuff. Nothing bad happened, so I don't have to protect them with this thing called physical pain or other symptoms. So that's the purpose of feeling the emotions. Teach your brain that emotions are safe. We do it by feeling them. It also feels good. That's it. That's all my process and program involves as far as the emotional work. But if you find yourself thinking about my emotions, it's probably not going to get you. It's not going to get you in the feels. You've heard that statement. Feel your feels. Chin to belt. What's going on? Yeah, it feels a lot like anger or sadness or feels like grief. Whatever it may be. Feel it. I hope that makes sense. Don't think it. Feel it. How do you know if you're doing it right? I get this question all the time. Dan, how do I feel my emotions? How do I know I'm doing it right? When you experience the emotion. Did you feel sad? Good. You did sadness correctly. What does that feel like for you versus me versus 18 other people? Likely a little bit different. Everybody's experienced that a little bit different. But if you're feeling sad, and sadness is what's coming up for you, then you're doing it right. Because the job isn't to find the one offending emotion that, boom, turns off the pain. The task at hand is to really teach the brain that emotions are safe so that it doesn't decide to protect us from these emotions with something physical like pain or other symptoms. That's it. So this is a exposure therapy to emotions. Feel them, feel them, feel them. Eventually your brain's going to learn they're safe, and it will stop protecting you from these emotions because it realizes nothing bad ever happens. You feel all sorts of intense stuff. You're okay, I guess. No problem. That's the emotional piece. So, feeling emotions versus thinking them. Don't think your emotions. Do your best to feel them. Experience them. We feel our emotions in our bodies. And again, that's why they're called feelings and not thinkings. So, hope this makes sense to you folks. Short video today. Love you guys and gals. And we'll see you tomorrow. Boop.